Hello po, good morning. Kami po ay Group 12 po. At ang ipipresent po namin is Asian Service Expectation Season 12 po.
This module was designed for students to realize the value of customer service from culturally sensitive perspective. It sets out to discuss the service expectation of customers located in the Asian region. It takes on cultural diversity and competency as opportunities and expects to build cultural sensitivity. Objectives: understand the service expectations of customers located in the Asian region. Discuss best practices when dealing with Asian customers. For these objectives, soft skills are defined as personal attributes that enhance how we relate with the other people. One such skill is cultural sensitivity or competency. Being culturally sensitive determines how we are able to relate with the other empathetically. What is diversity? A quality or state of having many different forms, types, ideas, etc. Having people who are different races or who have different cultures in a group or organization. It is a quality by which peoples with different origins, religions, and traditions are working within an organizational setup and interacting together. Despite being intangible, diversity refers of the presence of multiculturality in an organization. It is organizational quality by which peoples with different origins, religions, and traditions are working within an organizational setup. The next one is factors of diversity. Enabler, the do list. Factors that enable the involvement and commitment for the everyone to concretize cultural sensitivity as being key to organizational success. Barriers, the do not list. Factors that prevent positive changes from happening if and when they are not handled with delicacy, sensitivity, maturity, and more deliberation. This may lead to more difficult situations and backfire. Knowing and understand these enablers and barriers contributes to cultural competency. The enablers, the do list, which is resources, training, focus on culture competence, changes in attitude, effective communication, efforts to recruit and retain a diverse workforce, volunteers, vendors, changes in policy, and the last one is change in the community. For the barriers, the do not list. So one is resistance, turnover, funding, poorly planned training, oppression model, language and cultural difference, unions, burnout, and success.
Benefits of diversity. One is full utilization of the organization's human resources. 2. Reduce interpersonal conflict among employees of all background as cultural competence increases. 3. Enhance work relationship based on mutual respect and along with increased knowledge of multicultural issues. 4 is shared organization vision and increased commitment. Benefits of diversity is the statement of state is diversity capitalize on opportunities available while we leverage given resources in this case the available resources that work towards that same goal. 5 is greater innovation and flexibility as more employees participate is discussion making and problem solving terms. 6 is better and more creative problem solving. 7 is improved productivity as less energy is spent managing interpersonal conflict, cultural, and clashes. For business culture, in a business environment, culture competence multiplies organization benefits or improve levels of culture awareness, help countries and organizations perceive the cultural divide as an opportunity. For ang explanation ko dito is dapat ma-organize para ang business for environment culture mas ma-improve palalo ang level ng cultural para matulungan ang ibang countries para ma-divide ang opportunity para sa kanila. Customer relation management. In a culturally sensitive environment, we open our doors to more customers from all parts of the globe representing clients, and the organization thus always has to create value for both soft skills in the areas of personal, social, and cultural competency, create emotionally mature individuals and more responsive service organization. Ang explain ko dito is remember how we said that customer relationship management refers as much to hardware or software relationship as they do the resources when talking about how relationship with customer can be built strength and sustained through the years. Values and leadership. Embracing diversity requires a lot more than leveraging values and competencies like self-awareness, self-regulation, integrity, kindness, negotiation, responsiveness, leadership, accountability, respectfulness, and resilience. And it requires people working side by side. Ang explain ko rin dito is one of the greatest challenges leaders have had to face regarding diversity is really the issue of empowering people. In a growing and more mature organization, this is all about getting controllers, thinkers, dreamers, doers, organizers, team builders, etc. to reach the goals that make an organization the best. Discuss for that is embracing diversity requires a lot more than this. It requires people working side by side and in a growing and more mature organization that is all about getting controllers, thinkers, dreamers, doers, organizers, team builders, and etc. to reach the goals that make an organization the best. Equality and diversity statement. Equality is leading to the creation of a fairer society. that welcome participation and provides an opportunity for people to reach their full potential. Diversity refers to difference. Contrast the terms equality and diversity. Ang explain ko dito is, here are two terms that serve to provide a dichotomy or oxymoron of search where cultures and peoples are involved. In a culturally competent workplace to live, this combination means empowering everyone who is part of the organization. Ang discuss ko dito is, we said this before, just imagine the impact of cultural sensitive with an organization working as a catalyst. Just imagine the creative synergy that can be reached if it could be leveraged for the greater good. Welcome from the Vice Chancellor. As the Vice Chancellor of Brunel University, I would like to welcome you to our Equality and Diversity webpage. Brunel University consists of a vibrant, rich, and dynamic population of staff and students from over the world. Equality and diversity strongly underpins that university core values outlined within strategy plan. We all know that in today's society there is legal case for equality, but more importantly is moral case that personally believe in. It is my intention with Brunel support the development is culture where all my live, study, and work without encountering prejudice or discrimination because of the gender, race, disability, sexual orientation, religion, belief, or age. We all have a vital role to play in preparing our learners to be successful in life and work, world which is increasingly diverse and interconnected. I look forward to working with you and others and developing a university culture that is fully committed to equal opportunities and representing the diversity of the community we serve.
Geography. Asia is the world's largest and most populous continent that primarily located in the eastern and northern hemispheres. It covers 30% of Earth's total land area, or 30% of its land area, and it is a home for approximately 3.879 billion people, hosting 60% of the world's current human population. Many companies from Europe, North America, South Korea, and Japan have operations in Asia's developing countries to take advantage of its abundant supply of cheap labor and relatively developed infrastructure. Given its size and diversity, Asia, a toponym or the old name dating back to classical antiquity, is more cultural concept that incorporates diverse regions and people more than it is homogeneous physical entity. Asia is obviously made up of multiple countries, and it differs widely among and within its region with regard to ethnic groups, cultures, environments, economics, historical ties, and government system. In contrast to Europe, Asia is the largest and most culturally diverse of the continents and does not exactly correspond to cultural borders of its various types of constituents. An example of this is the BPO companies here in the Philippines, which has a lower rate than the other country. Population and general demographics. Bangladesh, the People's Republic of China, India, Indonesia, Iraq, Mongolia, the Philippines, Sri Lanka, and Vietnam are the 9 of 11 growth generators countries that came from Asia as driven by population and income growth, according to Citigroup. Asia is a home to several language families and many language isolates or dialects. In fact, most Asian countries have more than one language that is natively spoken. For instance, there are more than 600 languages spoken in Indonesia, more than 800 in India, and more than 100 spoken here in the Philippines. China is also recognized to have many language and dialects in different provinces. Consumer market. According to market researchers, Asian consumer markets offer exciting growth opportunities as viewed by the Western multinationals. EIU.com postulated how Asia has acted a workshop for the world, manufacturing goods sold to consumers in the West. Dito kasi sa Asia, there are a long-standing traditions across the region that make good service a central part of culture, meaning that people of all ages expect their needs to be catered for. There is a sustained growth. Indeed, the psychology of Asian consumers have appeared to be more bullish than its Western counterparts, and the challenges in understanding them lie in the very simple truth that behavior models used to interpret them have been created in the West. Service expectation. Service standards. Service standards are the rules of engagement for providing customer service that often cross the boundaries of geographic location, race, and creed. It is a must that a company might prioritize their customers' satisfaction to achieve the good quality service standards. Excellent customer experience. The 3 Ds of excellent customer experience. Number 1, design. Design the right value proposition for the right customer. Number 2, deliver. Deliver these propositions by focusing on them with an emphasis on a cross-functional collaboration. Number 3, develop. Develop your capabilities to please customer and again. Revamp the planning process. Train people in how to create new customer propositions and establish direct accountability for the customer experience. If an organization will achieve these 3 in giving its services to its customers, then customers might experience an excellent service with it.